Hello, my name is Jason, and welcome to Your Language Life. So, in order to get the most out of Anki, I have a little tip for you that I will share in this video. Now that you have Anki installed, it's on your desktop, you pull up the desktop app, or you're using it on your mobile device, you can access this setting either way. But I want to show you using the desktop version how this looks. So you go into, let's say, one of the decks that you're studying. Yeah, would you like to be my friend? Would you like to be friends? Okay, would you like to be friends? Now, look at these buttons. So this is the core of any spaced repetition system, including Anki, and that is that you provide the feedback to the system that helps it determine how far in the future that it should ask you this or prompt you with this card again. Now, as you see the buttons by default, they are just labeled with these texts, and on the app they'll be colored. Either, again, I didn't get it at all, maybe, or maybe you did after a lot of struggle and you were missing something important, like half of the important part. So you say again, hard. You had to struggle to pull it up in your mind. It was not easy by any means. And but you don't want to give up and go back to the beginning. You didn't forget it completely. Close enough. Maybe you forgot something really, like this is how I interpret it. Maybe you forgot something really small, like you got the article wrong or something like that, or you used a definitive article instead of a definite article, or definite article instead of the, man, I can't think today. You know what I mean. You got something small, incorrect, but you basically got it. Hard. Good. Good would be, yeah, you got it, right? And then easy, I would use very sparingly. Use that only for if it's something like so easy, it's like falling off a log, like gracias, or por supuesto, like really things that you learned on day one and you're now months into your learning. Maybe you just pulled up a new deck and it's giving you some cards that are super easy. You just click super easy. That's how I think of easy. But it doesn't give you any indication, looking at these buttons, these labels, how far in the future it will prompt you again. And depending on the parameters that are used to tune the spaced repetition algorithm, you're not really sure if, for example, you should say good or hard, because what if good by the algorithm would put it just far enough into the future that you would actually forget it by the time it came around? To me, I like more information. More information is good. Not always, but in this case, I want more information. So here's what I recommend you do, and that is to open up the preferences and to select this option, show next review time above answer buttons. And if we click that and save, well, you don't have to save, it automatically updates it. Then now, if I click show answers, now above the buttons, it tells me, oh, 2 days or 3 days. So now I know what I'm choosing between. So, and sometimes the difference between good and hard, or between good and easy, will be much more than 1 day. Sometimes it'll be several days or weeks, depending on how many times you've already seen this card. This gives you a chance, seeing these values, gives you a chance to second guess the algorithm. To say, yeah, I got it today, but I don't know if I can make it all the way to 3 days. I don't know if you didn't check on me for another 3 days. You're using this every day, right? You have to use Anki every day. Don't forget. So yeah, if I let a few days go by and you haven't prompted me with this card, I'm not sure I'd be able to pull it up. Why not just go the conservative route and choose hard? And forget about these labels, this hard, good, easy. Some of these words, pack some punch. They feel I don't know, like there's some judgment behind them, and it gets our ego involved. Like I don't want to. Maybe your personality, you're hesitant to say hard because you don't want to admit that it was hard, or maybe you're too hard on yourself and you always say hard when you should be saying good, but you're afraid to pat yourself on the back. Whatever it is, like these psychological games that we play with ourselves, I feel like the revealing the amount of time as a concrete number helps to get away from that and just look at it objectively. And it allows you to make a choice rather than evaluating with a judgment like, well, I don't know, was that good? Was that hard? I had to think about it for 2 seconds. I should have only had to think about it for half a second. Or, what counts as hard? It's a fuzzy line. So having this information helps me, and I recommend that you turn it on, because you can use that to sort of second guess the algorithm and make adjustments when necessary to click the button that corresponds to when you'd actually like to see the card again, not just where the algorithm would normally place it. So that's all. That's all I wanted to share with you. This is one trick that I use to get the most out of Anki. It's not perfect by any means, but it is an excellent free app that tons and tons of people use. It's the go-to app, I would say, for independent language study. I use it and I recommend it, but I also recommend that you turn on this feature. So thanks for listening, and good luck with your language life.